Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft Dragonflight Prepatch. This is part 1 of the Prepatch, so we didn't get the Drak the Revoker or their new starting experience, and we didn't get the new revamped Uldaman 5-man dungeon. But what we did get are all of the system changes that we're going to have in Dragonflight, including the new talent system, and the new customizable UI. Obviously we have the new login screen and the amazing new login music. Hope that's loud enough for you guys to hear it. But yeah, today we're just going to jump in and we're going to take a look at the UI, we're going to take a look at the talents. Because really there's not a lot else to look at in this first week, but it's probably worth checking out for some of you guys who are wondering about these changes. And if they're going to make an impact at all on your experience in Dragonflight. Let's jump on to our level 60 Paladin here. And yeah, so right away you can see that the UI, although it looks very similar to the classical UI, it has been changed. So this is the new UI. Everything has been redesigned. I like the little moving Z's that we get, indicating our rested experience there. We can still see our level over here. That's pretty nice. What else has changed? Let's go into our talents. And look at that. So it kept all my talent points. I kind of expected us to be refunded all of our talents with the revamp, but that did not happen. I just kind of want to see the art in the background of each of the different specializations. I like all the new screens. I think that they're really great. This is a lot more readable than the old way of picking your specialization, in my opinion. Even the cast bars have been revamped. Speaking of cast bars, let's go into Holy Spec and let's do some casting. See what that looks like. Nice. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. You know, after it being the same for so long, you just kind of get used to the same old thing. And I'm the kind of person who has never really used any UI mods. I know a lot of people use LVUI and stuff like that, but I've never really done that. I've always worked with the base Blizzard UI that has been the same, essentially the same since the game launched. So actually getting some redesigned UI elements and things that look a little bit more modern, a little bit, not flashy, but just having an extra layer of polish on them, is actually really, really cool. So I appreciate that. Let's check out the bags here. Now I know they redesigned some way for our bags to appear as one giant bag. Let's investigate some of the interface options. Oh, here's edit mode. Oh, look at that. So edit mode is where we can... Okay, it does snap. That's good. Yeah, it should... Ooh, it kind of snaps. It snaps and centers a little bit. Alright. Let's revert all changes here before we mess something up. Okay, so it gives you different UI elements you could turn on. So if you want to turn on things like boss frames, debuff frames, you can put on. The buff frames you can move around. Target and focus. You can move the cast bar. It really seems like you can move basically everything. Extra abilities. Not sure what would go there. talking head, the dialogue boxes. Arena frames. Oh, okay, so you can snap to grid, and then you can change the grid spacing. So you can have a layout change here from modern to classic. I move mine down here manually. Even with the old style, I would move my frames to pretty much exactly where they're at. Yeah, all this seems cool. Like, for me, this works. What they've set up here by default definitely works. I have basically no problems with any of the placement on the basic UI, but it's really nice to see that all of it can be moved around. And if you have this grid on, yeah, you can snap to different places on the grid. You can turn snap on or off, it looks like. Oh, we can alter the frame size? Oh, that's really cool. You can put the cast bar underneath the player portrait. The only thing I might want to resize is... You can't really resize the chat frame. Usually... Oh, yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Let's save it just like that. You can create different profiles. Let's do character specific. Even though we didn't really change a lot. So yeah, that's the UI editing. Anything new in the interface? They've completely redesigned the menus, which is pretty cool. Everything has been reworked. All the quest log menus and things like that seem to be the same. The maps don't seem to have changed very much. We do have the maps of the Dragon Isles now. So that's actually pretty cool. Didn't think that we would be seeing those, but here they are. Alright, so basically all I did was I went through and I right-clicked all the talents that we had spent. And by right-clicking it, you kind of work yourself back up the tree. You get all of your points back. And now we can see that we have 25 retribution points and 26 paladin points. So let's just take a look at what kinds of things are broken out into each tree. Obviously, Blade of Justice, we're going to want to grab our points in that. We don't have a choice here, so we grab this. And our first choice is between Divine Storm and Art of War. So obviously I would grab Divine Storm here. We're going to need that. And then I think we would probably also grab Art of War. Improve Crusader Strike. Yep, we want that. Reducing the cooldown on Judgment could be useful. Let's hold off. Increasing Mastery. Generating the additional Holy Power on Blade of Justice. Increasing Critical Strike Chance. Blade of Wrath. Art of War resets the cooldown on Blade of Justice. We want that. And see, these have requirements as well, so we need to spend one more point in the prior tier in order to work our way down into the next tier. Here we have a choice. We can go Divine Protection, which reduces all damage by 20%, or Shield of Vengeance, absorbing a certain amount of damage, and when it expires it bursts to cause holy damage. Maybe we take that. Maybe I get somewhere in Orgrimmar that's actually going to play music would be good. Empyrean Power. Crusader Strike has a 15% chance to make your next Divine Storm free. Yeah, that seems like we need that. Templar's Verdict increases the damage of your next Templar's Verdict by 5%. Increases judgment damage over here. Enemies hit with Divine Storm take more damage from Consecrate. Could be good. Here we have a choice, so we can go Inner Grace. Every 12 seconds in combat we gain a Holy Power, or Sanctification. Consecration periodic damage has a chance to grant Holy Power. I feel like the chance we might get more procs with the chance on Consecrate than the 12 seconds. So we're gonna go there. We're obviously gonna take Wake of Ashes. And then for here we have a choice: Avenging Wrath, Might, or Crusade. Call upon the light and become a beacon, or become an avatar of retribution. Increases critical strike by 20%. Begin a crusade, increasing your haste. I like becoming an avatar. Yep. Wake of Ashes can burn the target for an additional 10% over 6 seconds. What do we have over here? Consecrated Blade. Art of War causes Blade of Justice to cast Consecration at the target's location. Paired with the chance over here, I think that's like really good. And then we have a choice here between Zeal. Judgment empowers you with Holy Zeal, causing your next 2 auto attacks to occur 30% faster and deal additional holy damage. Or Fires of Justice, reducing the cooldown on Crusader Strike, granting it a 50% chance to make the next ability consume 1 less holy power. I think we go with Zeal. Expurgation. Blade of Justice crit strikes cause the target to burn. Let's grab that. Abilities that spend holy power increase the damage of Blade of Justice. Yeah. Alright, down here we have a choice between Eye for an Eye or Justicar's Vengeance. We could take Exorcism. But do we need to? Consecrations are larger. Let's do that. This seems like we're building partially like an AoE build between empowering Consecrate to proc, having the Consecrates that automatically lay down, and then increasing the range of Consecrate. Spending Holy Power grants you 1% haste per finisher. Hand of Hindrance. Don't really need that. Here we can go Selfless Healer or Healing Hands. Holy Power spending abilities reduce the cast time of your next flash of light. Or the cooldown on Lay on Hands is reduced. Let's do the cooldown on Lay on Hands being reduced. Let's do Ashes to Ashes here. Divine Storm projects an additional wave of light striking all enemies up to 20 yards. Yes. Let's do that. And yeah, that's... Man, we didn't get down very far, did we? We did not get... I'm sure you could work further down, like, intentionally if you were just trying to work your way down. And then what kinds of stuff do we have over in the Paladin tree? Actual entire spells. Lay on Hands we need. Hammer of Wrath we have. Baseline. Auras of the Resolute. Learn Consecration Aura and Devotion Aura. We can get Repentance or Blinding Light. Divine Steed seems necessary. Cleanse Toxins seems necessary. Giving the Cavalier Mount 2 charges could be something we do. Increase the duration of Divine Steed. Fist of Justice. Each holy power spent reduces the remaining cooldown on Hammer of Justice. Okay. Judgment causes the target to take 20% increased holy damage from your next holy power ability. Okay. Rebuke is an interrupt. Let's grab that. All of your damaging holy power spending abilities deal 5% increased damage. Seems necessary. Consecration heals you in up to 5 allies standing in it. Seems like it could be good. Over here we have a choice between Incandescence. Each holy power you spend has a 5% chance to cause your Consecrate to flare up, dealing more holy damage to up to 5 enemies standing in it. Or Touch of Light. Your spells and abilities have a chance to cause your target to erupt. I think with what we did over here with Consecrate, I feel like taking Incandescence here is good. After image, after you spend 20 holy power, your next word of glory echoes onto a nearby ally. See, we didn't get into any of this stuff here. Do we want any of it? We probably want Blessing of Protection and Avenging Wrath. That would be good. We're getting like some very crucial abilities are obviously now in the Paladin tree as a way to unlock them while you're leveling up as opposed to just learning them at their base levels. Let's reduce the cooldown. Let's do this. Here we can go Holy Avenger or Divine Purpose. I'm gonna go Divine Purpose. We can increase our haste. And then down here we can do Sanctified Wrath. Become an Avatar of Retribution or Seraphim. I like becoming Avatars of Retribution. It's fun times. Crusader Strike now grants 1% increased strength for 6 seconds. Yes, please. And that is, that's what we can do. So that's just a quick build. Obviously, there's probably a lot of room to optimize. What I would be really curious of is like how this feels while leveling up a character. That's the other interesting thing. So we do have our Shaman playthrough ongoing in the Shadowlands. Maybe we'll take a character through some old world leveling. Maybe we'll do like just some Cataclysm remade zones in the old world and level up something that way just to see like what does this feel like as we're leveling it. I think every other level we get a point in each one, so it's like alternating points. And that could definitely be something interesting to see. Obviously not much else going on in this patch. I'd like to find the bag options because I believe there was a way to just change the bag to be one giant bag. But I'm not seeing anywhere where that's actually the case. And that was really the only other feature that I saw that was like kind of like a bigger UI feature, was the ability to like condense your bags into one giant square the way people like. You'd think there'd be a way to do it just by like clicking on the bag, but... Oh, here we go. Convert to combine bag. There we go. Robert figured it out. So we can convert to combine bag, which I know like a lot of people like this a lot better. It does look a lot cleaner just to have it appear in like one box instead of multiple little boxes. So yeah, I kind of enjoy that as well. That's good. Anything else changed? No, the pet journal and mount book look exactly the same. So yeah, I guess the only thing else to test out in this part of the patch is maybe to see what it feels like to level up a character with the new talent system in place. But yeah, as far as all the UI stuff, it's very clean, and to me it still has like the spirit of the original UI in it. And it doesn't look too jarringly different. I was kind of worried that it would look a lot different and that it would almost look like I was using an add-on. But it doesn't look like that. It looks smooth, everything looks good, and it just looks like part of World of Warcraft to me. So yeah, pretty happy about... Oh, look at that, you can collapse this right from here if you don't want to see it. Very nice. Pretty happy about all the UI changes. Really interested to get more into understanding the talent builds and some of the variation that we can do there. But yeah, so far a pretty good start to the pre-patch. Obviously still waiting to get the Elemental Invasions and the Drakthi Revoker and stuff later on in November. We will be checking all of that stuff out as well. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me today, just checking out the UI, checking out the new talent pages. I really do appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think of the pre-patch stuff, of the system changes. I would really love to hear from you. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again sometime very soon. Bye for now.